Hello, I'm FBX and welcome back to the video. Today I have some Minecraft news to share with you, and although it is Minecraft Pocket Edition news, it also has very bizarre ramifications for the console version of Minecraft, and I figured I had to share it with you all because it is a feature we never assumed would be coming to those versions of the game, has now been confirmed for at least the Pocket Edition, and I wanted to talk about what it is because it is brand new combat, the 1.9 combat that's so controversial. It looks like that is coming to the Pocket Edition now, and I wanted to talk about that, discuss that, as well as talk about what that means further down the line. So hopefully you do all enjoy today's video. Like it if you do like it because it helps out the channel and lets know you do enjoy the Minecraft news. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the very first, thing which comes in from Jeb, actually confirming this just all in kind of one tweet. And it might seem weird that like one tweet confirms this, but Jeb has done a lot bigger in like a single tweet before, because in this particular case, he was responding to someone asking about the new, combat coming to the Pocket Edition, and he said, yes, it will be added to the MCP eventually. We just need to figure out the best way to do shields on touch. So this is a very interesting tweet by itself, because he basically says in there that yes, there will be brand new combat, and he doesn't even just say that, oh yeah, it's coming at some point in the future. He actually confirms they've been thinking about the problem and they know exactly what it is. They've just got to work out their way past it. That big problem is, of course, the shield. So this might not seem too fascinating by itself because, of course, that's 1.9 combat stuff, but think back to just 3 months ago, December of last year, before the big, I think it was the 1.0 update for Pocket Edition, and before the big TU45 update for console, the big end updates for both of those platforms, even though they were including most of 1.9 and some features beyond, what was actually confirmed by Jeb a little bit before they came out is that he doesn't, he responded to someone who asked about reverting the combat system, and he said, no, I don't plan to, but it's relevant considering the new combat system isn't on consoles or MCPE yet. So although in that tweet he kind of confirms it's coming to both, he kind of implies it's a way down the line decision, because bear in mind, both the console and the Pocket Edition at the same time decided to like push that decision back, and bear in mind that Jeb does have quite a bit of control, not only on the PC and the Pocket Edition, but also of the console version of the game. He speaks of 4J quite regularly, and it's rather interesting that he decided to make this big decision to push it back somewhere down the line, and a lot of people kind of like that decision, because if you want new combat, then you know it's coming at some point, right? And if you don't want new combat, then you can believe it's never coming until it eventually does. Pushing the decision away is a really good way to fix most problems. Pro tip for life right there, by the way. But yeah, basically in this case, that's what he decided to do. Just push the, the ball down the road and, deal with it some other time. And yeah, in that particular case though, it looks like some other time for new combat is actually very, very soon. A lot sooner than we might think, in fact, because again, they have actually, been experimenting with some of the ways to make new combat work, and that is why, they've run into the issue, which they still don't know how to fix, but the fact that they've tested to the point of running into the issue is very, very interesting. And although this is something that was confirmed for the console too, if you don't recall back at the Minecon Q&A in 2016's Minecon, they actually confirmed they're about to start experimenting with all the button layouts they could use for dual wielding. Again, that they said it in like a non-committal way, but it was implied that that was a real thing the game designers were doing at the point, which makes me think that, oh yeah, well I guess they were testing it then and the Pocket Edition was testing it, but they're making the big decision on whether to put it in the game at some point later down the line. But the fact that they are testing it and they're not just saying, oh yeah, let's just not deal with that, means that you are going to have to deal with new combat at some point. And I would say, the fact that they're, Jeb's saying this and he knows that his word means this much, I think that means that at some point this year we're going to be seeing it come to the Pocket Edition, and the interesting implication there is the fact that if it's planned to come to Pocket Edition this year, let's say in the 1.2, the 1.3, whatever, a Minecraft Pocket Edition update, that means that it's probably planned to come to the console, and because there are less barriers to putting it on the console, it might be coming there a lot sooner. So I'm very excited about this personally. I know there's about like 45% of Minecraft players who are like, no, this sucks the worst, but I think a little bit of good news on that front, because you've got to bear in mind, with this new minigame coming out, there are going to be 3 minigames for Minecraft the console. This is going to be a major section of Minecraft console. This is like, the multiplayer server option to some extent on the, the Pocket Edition or on the PC, which means that this is going to be almost like an entirely separate game mode of the game. And because of that, it's presumably going to have lots of separate rules, because bear in mind, it already does have its entirely own set of stuff, like, the scoreboard looks entirely different to the multiplayer menu. There's all these different things, so I feel like minigames is using a customized, like, I don't want to say game engine, but like, it's using a customized version of Minecraft. I feel like they update separately, but just at the same time, and this is why so many features haven't made their way to minigames, and, or I assume there's, like, some proper reasons too, but stuff like, new arrows haven't found their way there yet, which makes me think that something like brand new combat could be enabled in survival Minecraft, or if you play multiplayer with friends, or you play any, things you want to play with your friends, but then it might be disabled, or at least have a toggle in the minigames. We're going to have to wait and see how that does go, but just bear in mind that minigames are becoming a bigger and bigger part of the console. That's something I think is good, because that's like exclusive content done better generally than, Pocket Edition servers, and generally done, at least on the same level, in some cases better, in some cases worse than the PC servers. I think the fact that they're, focusing on that so much could be a good thing if you love your PvP on the console, but you really don't want the, the spam clicking to be removed, then that's something that looks like it could be the case. But for now, all you've got to keep in mind is that new combat is planned right now, like, they're in the planning phases of it, which means we're probably going to be seeing it some point soon. Maybe that soon is like 2 weeks down the line. Maybe that soon is, like 12 months down the line. But it does mean that it's something you gotta look out for. And if you don't like new combat, now is your time to make peace of it. Like, just say like, oh yeah, I know it sucks that I can't, click repeatedly, but you can click repeatedly. It's just not a very good idea. So, if you like, right triggering over and over again, just think to yourself like, I'm gonna do this a little bit slowly, like hit now and then now, and try and find some rhythm in your life, find some calm, because in the end, we're all just little ants in a giant machine. And does the new combat really ruin your life that badly? I don't. I feel like there are bigger issues, and you should focus on those, or just complain about those on Twitter, or whatever, you do with your life. I'm just saying, the new combat, it has more depth to it, which just means that as soon as, games update, I feel like the mini games on console would be a good way to show it off and how it could be done right, but I feel like there is more depth to it, and just give it a try, think about it being a good thing, and be excited for it. And if you can't be excited for it, then be excited for the things that come with it. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be like a giant riot where people will be like, no, I hate this so much. But yeah, new combat, it really has a lot of benefits. Consider those benefits before saying, oh yeah, I was told once to hate this, because that's what you should do. But anyway, I'm going to stop saying words about the combat, because I'm sure someone's offended. They're like, no, it's like, yeah, you don't understand. New combat killed my parents. But yeah, hope you did enjoy today's video. Like if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like the Minecraft news. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.